Jersey, what have you done?
We're back, everyone.
Yay!
I hadn't prepared the button, and I have so many things up. I had to go digging around my browser tabs and browser windows.
Hey, look,
find...
don't worry. We've got an intro to run. When we come back from the intro, you can hit it then.
Okay.
We got time. Yeah.
Before we get to the
Roger, run that intro.
No. No. Welcome back, everyone. It's been it's a new year, and we're back with the Natural 30s, where I, Josie Poster, the Dungeon Mistress, run my various level of acquaintance and friends through a D&D campaign.
Wow. We all got downgraded to acquaintances, guys.
Yeah, and friends. I'm saying, not all of you are on the same level. That's all I'm saying.
Do we have to fight for those positions, Josie? Do we have to apply again?
If you want to, it could help your case.
Okay.
No, these are my wonderful, wonderful friends. I dare even call Chris a wonderful friend. There you go. You heard it here.
Wait, is it dangerous to call Chris a friend? Because... Uh-oh.
No.
She dead.
We're in danger now.
Oh, danger. It's a danger. Your friend, we're stuck.
To be fair, I have been here since last year. They didn't let me out.
You've been here since last year. Oh my God.
He's been here all year.
He's been here all year.
Every year of this stream so far, Chris has been here.
You know what? Chris has been here for one more stream than Cuddly has. Therefore...
You know what? I didn't see Chris since last year.
That's
Every
just
time you
not
look in the mirror.
So yes, we are one Cuddly short. Cuddly had something come up. She needs some time, and I said, "Go do your thing." She has sent me some notes about what Gavinel would have gotten up to during the weeks of downtime that we're going to get into. But also, for everyone out there, knowledge for everyone, we have updated all the characters to 2024 rule set. Some things are still expanded 2014, but there's no core 2014 anymore. This has come with a lot of changes. You might see the character do some new things. We've tried to get the characters as close as possible, but some things are just very different. But
it's close enough.
It's very close. It's very close. And thank you, everyone. Is that a hype train already? God damn it. Also, I gotta say, I had a bunch of friends over the holidays subscribe while I was in like a big Discord call. And if you look in our list of things, you can see that last month we had a hype train. We were offline, but we did have a hype train.
A little quiet Christmas hype train. That's
yeah, a bunch of friends threw Prime subs at us, and we got a hype train while offline. Wonderful.
Thank you, Josie's friends.
Thank you, Josie's friends.
That's lovely.
Wait, we're Josie's friends.
You did it. It was you all along. Yeah, so some characters may have done some changes. We're going to get into the game. We don't really have any big announcements this week. Instead, we're simply hoping everyone had a good holiday season, that you're ready for the new year, or if you're not, at least we might distract you a little bit. You know, we can temporarily brush the problems under the rug, and later a child will come and jump on the hill of dust, and it'll just poof right back out onto the floor.
It's Tinker. Tinker is the child.
Tinker is the child. It's true.
I'm ready. I've already survived a cyclone. I'm ready. Let's go.
It's true. He had so much water, so much rain and wind.
Could you say, Orb, that you're moist?
Oh, you could dang think I am moist.
Oh.
I am the moistest.
I regret everything. Please, someone else take the wheel. Oh,
there is no way taking the wheel from this. We're gonna just keep talking about moist.
No.
Well, with that instead, we want to get to the good stuff. So I'm just gonna go through my friends. No, wait, that's not how it works. I'm just gonna...
Moist.
Oh no, you made it worse.
I did.
Now that we're all moist, I'm going to go through all my friends.
Speaking of which,
What the hell?
while all my friends introduce themselves and their characters new for this year, and I also want you, as you introduce your character, tell everyone maybe the one biggest change you feel happened to your character as we change the rules. Well, you do that because it's dry and cold here. I'm just gonna, lotion up my hands and get ready for the stream. Let's take it away with Roju, who's currently sitting alone on his side of the table.
Yeah, everyone's having fun on the other side of the table. What the hell?
Yeah, we're all got our hands on each
I'm getting
other's
triple the footsies.
I was going to say, yeah. Who am I playing footsies with right now? Because I don't know.
It's only me here, baby.
One foot is definitely hairier than the other. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, don't judge. Now, yes, I am Roju. You may know me as Participation Award in the Twitch chat. You may know me here as Forrest Barkley, who's a Goliath, who's a Paladin, and a pretty good boy. We have, in our updates, mostly things are the same. Because I'd pretty much already upgraded most things to 2024, but we've gotten rid of some house rules, so you won't see multiple smites anymore on a turn. We only get the one, and it costs a bonus action.
Oh, wow.
And we also have our background changed, so we're now just rolling with the soldier background, which means I do get advantage once a turn on the damage rolls. So those are the major changes with Forest.
Slapping that on the smite roll with your stone strike.
Yeah, exactly. They're all going to be stacked.
Just one big swing per combat, essentially.
Yeah. I'll throw that to our moistest sphere.
Oh, the moistest sphere is ready. So I'm Metasorp. I play Trish, Amethyst Dragonborn Bard. Technically, there's no Amethyst Dragonborns in the rule sets anymore, unfortunately, but we're still running as an Amethyst Dragonborn in the campaign. One big change is Trish's sleep is no longer collateral damage to the party. The party has said thank you to moving to the 2024 rules on this.
That's the big win
each
for this
creature
change.
of your choice. So this time, if it's collateral,
It's purposely
it was
collateral.
intended.
There is no collateral, only intention.
So she's been heavily nerfed in that direction. I would say probably 50% of nerfing happened with that one spell. So she'll have to look into her spells and find out what else she can do now.
We all believe you can find another way to be a menace to us.
I mean, I didn't struggle with Arthur doing that, so...
Constant menace. Until he discovered paperwork.
Yeah, he became a menace in another way.
Calmed him down.
He was serious about that shit. But yeah, I'm going to throw the ball to Ozzy Defro.
That's me. I'm Ozzy Devro, and I play Tinker Slobbersnout, the party's kobold artificer. And Tinker kind of went through a round of revisions with the artificer changes that came through. And then when we decided to go to 2024, not a whole amount changed, in that sort of respect. But a lot of his feats did change. So he lost a lot of flavor text. Keen Mind, in particular, which I know is a crowd favorite. Rest in peace. Absolutely.
How many feet did he lose? You only got 2.
Nah.
Yeah, but he gained 4, and I'm not going to tell you whose he took.
Oh, geez.
It's the squirrels.
The squirrels. But yeah, long story short, he lost a lot of flavor text, but mechanically gained some pretty potent skills outside of combat. Does anybody like an expertise investigation with advantage? I do. I love that. Detective Tinker is on your case.
Oh, yeah.
It's always on my case. And last, definitely not least, We have our lovely Grest. No,
Rest.
Guest. Wait,
Aggressive.
you know, it's what happens. I was trying to say guest and Chris at the same time, and it became Agrest.
Egress. we egress.
Well, I digress. A lovely guest, Chris Mepham from Some Other Heroes, joining us another year. And
You thought you were rid of me.
character
I'm still
was
here.
mostly already 2024. Did you get any changes at all?
Yes, the observant feat was changed. So now not only can you not lie to Echo, you can't sneak past them either. So, but most everything else was already set up 2024 because I wanted to try the new 2024 Druid, and it's okay. I'm enjoying it. It's neater. Like, it's not as strong in some places. Other than that, just a couple of spells. It was mostly all set as it was before. So, yeah, relatively.
Some of the game rules have changed now that we're locked into 2024. I think the biggest change when it comes to actual, like, overarching rules of the game is maybe going to be the exhaustion levels. They are less one thing at a time, and now you get more like a stacking debuff for every level. So for every level of exhaustion, you reduce 2 points from any D20 rolls, basically, and you reduce your speed by 5 feet. But same as before, hit level 6, you're out. No takebacks.
That's fair.
I kind of like that, honestly.
It's much better.
Much neater.
It's so much, but
It's
it
much
also
neater
means
and it feels more impactful, even with one level.
yes, it's also become a lot more common as part of effects in the game system. But also, we have our homebrew system, which might see some more changes coming as we play, because I'm adding what I started doing last year, so long ago. There's going to be more combined damage types where you need resistance to all of them to actually resist them. That's going to become a thing both for players and for enemies. It will become a thing. I'm taking inspiration from old school first edition Pathfinder, where they had a lot of those things when it comes to radiation damage or thermal damage and things like that. You're just going to be able to, things that deal multiple damage types will be more effective, essentially. You won't have to worry about an enemy being resistant to part of the damage. Well, we're combining it all up, and they need to be resistant to all of it.
Cool.
Cool beans. I think the biggest one is actually us getting all of our bloody hit dice back on long rests now.
I was about to say that. Yes.
That's actually pretty huge.
Because we use hit dice as a liquid resource, you now get all of them back on the long rest.
I don't think anyone has had all of their hit dice like for a very long time.
Especially Forrest. Because you got a hungry little guest.
Yeah.
Speaking of guests, maybe we should show our guests the intro and start playing.
We should have shown. And you know what? When we come back, it's going to be something brand new to look at as well.
It's got to be invoice time.
Oh, God. All right, roll the intro. Get us out of here. There it is.
Excellent.
Last year on Sammantis, no, the Quintessence of Sammantis Chronicle, 3 years, still bad.
Have not improved.
I also think we're, at least on my screen, we're on the wrong episode name, so it's fine.
Oh, no one would have changed it.
No one changed the Twitch front end.
Oh,
hold on, I'll do it.
Are you
Don't
sure?
look.
I can do
Everyone,
it.
Link.
Chat,
Everyone
just look
link.
away for a second.
Over
Look
there.
away.
Doing it
Yeah.
live.
There you go. You saw nothing. Last year on the Quintessence of Sammantis Chronicle, our party finally managed to end the scourge of the Blightseed. They returned to Petunia. She showed immense gratitude, and she thanked Forrest for keeping the promise that he had made a long time ago. And then they were simply and unceremoniously once again eaten by the ground and spat out by the shore of the ship.
As one does.
Well, aboard the ship, Tinker found his companion, his partner in trade, forlorn in his absence. But they reconciled, and they went to work yet again, together, hand in hand. And they started hammering away. Nailing, if you will.
Really smashing out.
Forrest
Slow.
took the brunt of damage while they were fighting, using the parasites to a great degree throughout the days. And he longed for a long rest. They all managed to finally rest and relax aboard Hold Eater. Trish, I assume, retired to her room and wrote in her diary about how awful it all was.
No, she got a big thing from Echo, and she's deciphering.
She got a book. I was going to come to that. We're
Oh,
going to come to the book. But yes, she was given an interesting wood-like scrimshaw that had condensed into it in writing all of the knowledge that Echo could remember from the past. Echo, a newly acquired companion, a spirit of the old world, who had managed to accrue a physical form and was in search of the great dragons to the east in hopes to converse with them, offered to travel with the group in exchange for their ability to chart the stars even in the darkness, having an old, forgotten connection to the celestial bodies. And Gavinel, returning to the ship, hugged her sweet little octopus, and also retired back to her chambers after a short while. All the members of the crew, except for Friedrich, getting to rest. In their absence, Friedrich had been put to work, being the one-legged with a prosthetic,
Slightly wonky prosthetic.
Dragonborn that they had captured from when they were attacked by the Tracer, who had temporarily promised to not be a danger. Or at least said, until there was a good enough reason, Friedrich would not betray the group. That was the best you could get out of him during a circle of truth. But as you all get comfortable and you start moving southeast, as Hold Eater leaves the seas of the Emberlands, heading instead towards Havenland, the home of Reckwall. Multiple of our party members have things to do here. This is where Forrest's next clue to finding Eobard would lead him. And Gavinel, too, had reasons to travel this direction, as she had made a tentative promise to a saddened father, and her own father had tasked her with keeping said promise and find a cure for Moonstruck. And so she had been guided towards Goldflow. But as we come back, several weeks have passed. Let's start with 1 week into your journeys as you are out on the open seas. Is there anything particular anyone aboard would have done at this point?
So I believe it took 3 days to decipher the book. So Trish would have basically hunkered down in that 3 days to do that.
Okay.
But after reading that book and the lore and the history, she will spend time with every character, every person upon the boat, in an empty book. She will basically go up to them and ask for their life history about them.
Oh dear.
More or less going, okay, what's your full name? What year were you born? Where were you born?
So, social security number, tax file number, maiden name.
I want to ask you, do you actually fully read everything on the Scrimshaw?
Hang on, did we discuss? Because
There's a mechanic that happens.
yeah, hold on.
No, this
a one-off mechanic that we
Orb said, I want to know.
haven't discussed about who to,
No, but it was given to Trish to decipher.
Sure.
So I will ask again, would Trish, because she would pick up that if she reads the whole thing, the information...
Yeah, I feel like
the written information will still be there, but
Yeah,
the power to impart it on someone would go away.
I think after she decides it, she would have read maybe the first 2 pages and be like, hang on, wait a minute. and just sort of put that to the side and be like, okay, we need to sort that out. But because she's read so much lore, she's so interested in the lore about the party. So she's just going to keep that in her room for now and see if anyone more or less comes up asking for it.
I don't remember
gave it
what.
to Hold Eater to read.
I mean, you could, but I might say that that's a bit of a bit. I will say though, feeding it to Hold Eater, like throwing it in the engine, would count as giving a powerful magical item and heavily speed up a Hold Eater's evolution.
Yeah, hang on, everyone.
No, that's
just
something
saying.
we did not think about. But yeah, so she would pretty much leave her cabin and the book's left inside, but she would literally, the first person she would see, she's going to go harass. But like she will draw an in-depth like drawing of them as well. So he would like to be my first victim.
Interview and a portrait, is it?
Pretty much, yes. Who were your parents? What year were you born? What did you do in your early childhood?
Hang on, Orb, you're gonna have to give me like an hour to think of the most ridiculous, out of left field answers. Right? Do everyone else first. Get back to me. It is.
I feel like Echo's very. I'm fairly certain. Sorry, names, brains. Tinker's partner in crime.
None of those. Vanya Fuela.
Vanya, and you'll probably hear a lot about Echo, how Echo came to be, and where Echo comes from, because I feel like Vanya and Tinker will be on several visits, kind of picking their brain.
Oh, don't worry, Echo has been very much poked.
Also, Tinker has physically picked at brains before. Like,
oh yeah. Chris,
there's a little bit of no.
Just gonna imagine that. That's so funny.
Literally written in my notes for this time skip was Tinker would attempt to convince Echo to allow him to do as detailed of an investigation as he can. Sketching, poking, prodding, sneaking, dissecting.
But yeah, that would be Trish's sort of first week, would be deciphering the book and waiting to see if anyone asks her about it, and then more or less trying to gain a life story of who we are and what we're doing. What we're doing thing is blank yet because she hasn't written that part.
I will say we'll leave Cuddly's answers to when she returns. But if anyone wants to, as part of this, give any undisclosed background information about their characters, now would be the opportunity.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that Echo didn't disclose. They're a spirit of the previous world. They awoke into this world as fractions and segments.
Slow down. I don't write that quick.
Well, to be fair, Echo doesn't talk that quick either.
Talking to an end here.
They arose as fractures and shadows and little memories and pulled themselves together through the earth, gaining root and rock and building themselves up. And they arrived not that long ago. Like we're talking, what, a year, maybe 2, possibly, in the Druid Grove, where they met Petunia and Petunia's sisters, and basically have been traveling, trying to figure out what happened to the world. And then when Petunia asked for help, they came, and then they met you. So they've just basically gone from one wild place to another at the moment.
So she's sitting there nodding her head the whole time, writing this down.
As to their journey, they are looking to the oldest creatures in this world to see if what they remember of the world before. Logically, that takes them to the dragons of the east.
She kind of gives you a nervous look at that part and sort of just goes, okay, sure you want to go that way?
It is the only way I will get my answers. I am aware that both you and Tinker have a different relationship with the dragons, but I will not endanger yourselves for that. So I will go as far east as I can and then carry on as I have been.
Well, you wouldn't be endangering Tinker because he's kind of is endangered by the Dragonborns, or the dragon people. So yeah, he's the problem child, but they're not very open to outsiders out over there. You know, they like to be closed in. They don't want to really tell secrets to, well, even us who are the kin. They keep them very hidden. There's things I don't even know.
We will see. I will petition and I will ask, and if not, I will seek others.
And she will write going on an impossible quest, and I hope they make.
feel like Trish is great at like sort of, biography work and writing in the moment. But then when it comes to like writing an ending or like the
she can't do a start
like-
or an ending.
and they live forever, they live happily ever after. Like
And then you now have to sit there for like 8 hours, so she's going to sketch you.
Which is really not a problem for They just go into low power mode, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you know what they say about a rolling stone gathering no moss? Echo has a lot of moss.
Well, there's a little bit less moss now because Tinker stole some and put it in a vial and ran away. So,
Yeah, meanwhile I'm sketching. Just all of a sudden a bit of moss is missing. Huh? All right. Who's the next victim?
That's up to you.
Well, I would figure that she'd probably say thank you, and then she'll probably go upstairs to go see, because he doesn't want to interrupt Tinker yet, because she's got a
you
plan.
just
with
hear
Tinker.
hammering and sawing and grunting and
Can I do the thing? Can I do the thing?
of course.
I will probably talk to them later. Forrest!
I'm in here.
Hey, Forrest, how are ya?
Oh, I'm all right.
You feeling all right?
A bit sore still.
Yeah, I mean, you did really put yourself out for us. You did really well then.
The parasite thing has been making me muscles ache some.
Yeah, I gotta check. Hold on, I gotta check how much you've fed it. I'm keeping track. This can impact things. Yeah, Forest looks slightly inflamed or red at the bottom of the neck, like the first, what's it called, the back vertebra.
Would you like me to massage it a bit? Maybe rub some oils into it?
Massage?
Yeah, it's when I basically rub your back or your sore spot and sort of make the muscles relax.
Oh, I'd love you to rub my back. That'd be lovely.
Okay. And then she'll get behind, she'll set up and get ready, and she'll start rubbing your back. And then she'll go, so Forrest, what year were you born?
I don't know.
Wildest back rubbing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you know how old you are, Forrest?
At least 10. Probably more.
Okay, and she will grab a ink pen and just write in 10 or more years of age. Come back and just start rubbing again and goes, just tell me about your life. I'm interested in how you grew up and your friends and
Sure. Could you just scratch that bit? Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh.
Arithmetic thumping starts reverberating through Volpeter. Tinker and Vanya stop.
Yeah, little leg twitch. I'm happy to tell you whatever you'd like to know. I don't quite rightly know how to explain.
Just start from the first thing you remember and just keep talking.
First thing I remember is Eobard picking me up, bundling me up in a nice blanket and bringing me into his home.
And you'll feel like a spare hand will move away from your neck. You just hear some writing on the book as this. After every sentence, she'll.
I remember it was in the dark season. because everything was very dark. Like this, I suppose. So it's probably close to the time he would to pick me up back then, I suppose. But I just lived my life with Eobard, and
Eobard obviously played with you and trained you. Did he teach you things?
oh, he taught me to fetch, and he taught me how to sit. He taught me how to be a good boy. He taught me what to look after, and what people could touch and what people could nae touch.
The
that
best
was very
boys then written in.
that was very important for when we went to the trades. Because
Yeah?
some people wanted to touch his stuff and they should nae touch it.
And what would you do when they were trying to touch it?
Oh, I'd go, ah, and then stop.
So you'd show your teeth and kind of growl at them.
I look fierce, and they backed off. They didn't try
wow.
nothing. Sometimes somebody tried to give me a wee treat to get by.
Oh.
Oh, I took that treat, but they couldn't get by me.
I know the bestest boy, the smartest boy.
And I lived a happy life with Eobard, just doing that. He would make good sticks, I'd look after him, and he'd look after me.
So, I got a question, Forrest.
Aye.
Were you, when you protected the stall, would you be upright like you are now? Or were you sort of on your hands and feet?
Cocks his head. I don't understand the question.
She sort of sighs and she goes, were you upright like you are standing now? Or would you
I'm sitting right now.
stand like me, as I am? And then she sort of sighs and she goes, in a dog position.
Because remember, Trish was actually unconscious when you told everyone.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Were you sort of like this when you would help defend?
No, I was near a lizard.
That would probably count as an actual like offensive thing to say in Wormcrest.
Okay.
Sorry, bird.
Sorry, I missed what?
He said, oh, sorry, bird.
She'll go back to the book and now put question marks behind the best boy and the smartest boy.
Yeah, question marks, smartest, question mark. No, but I wasn't as I am, if that's what you mean.
That's 100% what I mean. Okay. So, what do you remember just before Eobard left? And you find out she's actually not massaging you anymore. She's like full on book in hand.
Oh, Eobard didn't leave. He was taken.
Well, yes. I meant when he was taken. What happened just before that? It's okay. If you don't want to say anything, that's fine. If it's too hard for you.
It's alright. It's still... It feels like yesterday, but even though it's been a long time in the world, I can still feel it. I don't know how that works, but that's it.
It's just because you love someone. That's all it is.
Probably. So, the day he was taken, some men with long iron fangs and armor, not like mine, more of skins and bits of metal. They came and they seemed to know him. They wanted him, and he'd already told them no before. At this time, they were not hearing his words, and they drew their fangs and were gonna take him whether he wanted to or nay. I, of course, it's my job to look after him. So I threw myself at them. I bit and I tore at them. It was nae enough. I couldn't nae bite through some of it. Got at some of them pretty good, but when you've got things like this and he gestures to his sword fang that's on the floor, which is you see it's actually just lying on the floor in front of him. When you have things like this, it's turns out it's a bit stronger than my bite, and they kept wounding me, and I kept at them, and I wouldn't let them take him without a fight. But it was nae enough, and they took him anyway. But that bit is a bit hazy. I was falling asleep a bit.
So you hear the writing stop, and now you're getting cuddled from Trish from behind. She's just cuddled you from behind, head on your shoulder, and she's like, "You're such an amazing soul."
That's nice of you, Trish. That feels nice, but I think anyone would do the same for the person they care about.
100%.
But when I came to, still had wounds that were nae healing, and I dragged myself after the smell of him. Dragged myself into the forest. Funnily enough. I get that joke now. And I met a stick man there who also, like you actually, Trish, he wanted to know my story. And
what did the stick man look like?
you know the what was his name? You know the guy that we had to fight from the city. What was his name again?
The one that was
the something one.
The one that had all the metal on him.
Aye, that guy.
That guy, yeah.
What was his name again? It was the something
Scrapped
one. Scrapped one. That's it. He was kind of like him, I guess, but didn't he have all the metal? It was just stick.
Oh. She's like right on that in that.
He was much nicer and kinder than the scrap one. Maybe the scrap one was nice in the past, I don't know, I suppose.
We didn't really get to find out with him.
No. Anyway, I told my story to the stick man, and he comforted me very sweetly. By that time, my legs could nae have the strength to move me any further, but my will was strong. I was still nae gonna let the bird go. I told the stick man, there ain't no force in this world that could keep me from getting them back. And I don't exactly know what happened, but things faded out, and I think I might have died.
Oh. Wow.
But I'm a bit hazy about that. I know when I woke up I was like this. And I was in that place with the tree and the thunder. I think Echo knows the place. Well, at least
Possibly.
Petunia did. She seemed to know about it. I think they call it the Wandering Woods.
The Wandering Woods, and she is like underscoring Wandering Woods in a
She
book.
would know. She would know that's a like most of the landmass of Theravon is uncharted and just called the Wandering Woods because it's as if it changes constantly. Some people refer to it as the Wonder Woods as well.
All right.
And I met some really nice folks there, actually. There was a bunch of fighting men. And I was very lucky that they came across me.
Yeah? What's that?
I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I was stuck.
So they taught you how to talk and walk, and
They helped me. It
they helped you.
came pretty quickly, surprisingly, but it was I struggled for quite a long time. Their job was like my job. They looked after people and they stopped bad things from happening to people, and so they taught me what they knew, so I could help them as we went along. That's where I found Fang here as well.
Trisha's going to stop you there and go, because if you look at her, she looks like she's been tearing up from listening to your story. I need a drink of water. Do you need anything?
Sort of cranes his head over his shoulder to look back at you. Like, oh, I'm okay, Trish, thank you. But I'll drink some water with you.
Okay. Would you like to come with me? We'll go get some water, and you can keep telling me your story. And she turns away and wipes a little bit, and she turns back and she goes,
Sure.
just need to
I'll walk with
hydrate
you.
myself.
I hear that's important.
Yes, it's very important.
All right, let's go.
And as we go find some drink, she will ask on how the name Fang came along.
Oh, I suppose that's a good question. Well, when I saw weapons like this the first time, that's just what I related it to.
Okay.
They're like big fangs, are they not? Look at this, and he holds it up, and his sword is very triangular.
Yeah.
See, look, it's like a big bitey fang, a bit. So, you know.
It relates. I wish you had two. You could dual wield both of them.
Hey, well, fangs
really
are the
cool.
only weapons I've ever known, so it fit.
Yeah. It looks really good.
It wasn't always like this, mind. It was a stick.
Yeah.
It was a good stick.
Now, was Fang with you before? Like when you got to the stick man? Gave you your Fang?
No, I told you I found it
you found it.
in the Wandering Woods.
Yeah. Okay. And she's just trying to make sure she's got all the details correct. And she goes, so how did you meet Gavinel? Oh, well, Morel, as she was back in the day. Even though that was only a couple of weeks ago. How did you
That was
come into her?
Well, that's a funny story. That was after I'd made my way back out of the Wandering Woods, and I'd already looked to see if I could find Eobard anywhere around the forest, and found out that he was near there, so I had to leave for the first time, and I got on a ship with those folk. What are they called again? The it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
The Dishonored.
That's the one. Hey, that's right. They call themselves the Dishonored. And again, I suppose the skills that Eobard taught me served me well, and I guarded their ship, and they took me where I needed to go, even though I didn't quite know where that was. But they took me across the water, and I could keep searching from there, and then I may have gotten strung up by some cheeky plants, and that's where I met Morel.
Oh, okay. So she helped you from these cheeky plants.
I like to say we helped each other.
Okay.
We did both get stuck up there, though.
And she laughs a little.
They kind of hold us up into the treetops.
She's going to have flashback memories of when she first met Chinka and that sort of concept. She goes, this is a really awesome story.
Oh, you know what's even better, though?
What?
You know how I knew Morel was a good person?
How?
She gave me really nice fish.
Oh, I see. And she'll go literally in a bubble, like a air bubble. How to befriend Forrest. Really, really nice fish.
Now, as a quick aside, if you watching right now want to see this happen, you can go to our YouTube channel and watch the session 0.5, Forrest and Morel, or alternatively, session 0.5, Tinker and Trish.
The subtitle, Trish becomes a murderer.
Still one of our best clips ever. Trish becoming a murderer.
And that's how I knew Tinker was going to
kill.
I've never done this before.
Yes, you have.
Hey, but after that, we pretty much met you not long after. We followed another trader and looked after them as they went off to Hague, and we met you there. Which was weird, by the way. You came on really strong.
That's because I am really strong. And she's like muscles like
Oh, really? And kind of just grabs your arm and kind of just lifts you up.
What is your strength score?
Not high.
You know, you're very strong for a bird.
She groans. She's got 8 for strength.
Yeah.
She groans. She goes, Forrest, do you mind if I sketch you? And she'll show what she's done with Echo Sketch. Can I do something like this?
Oh, look at
What
that.
for you?
You made this.
Yes. And she's like, yes.
That's
very,
That's very good, Trish.
Yeah, I want to do the same for you.
That looks just like him. Will he come back, though?
I don't know how to respond.
Maybe just as you're saying that, like outside the door, Echo just walks by.
Oh, that's probably better.
I grab the pencil and I draw this, and you just got to stand very still.
It kind of just freezes there, like.
No. So you choose a position that you feel comfortable in.
Stay.
You can even hold Fang. I could draw Fang in this.
Oh,
and you
sure.
just be in a position you feel comfortable, and I'll get to work.
All right. He kind of just. He's not sure whether to stand there awkwardly or just like. He seems very unsure what to do with himself.
She was like, it's okay. Just be comfortable. And she starts drawing.
All right.
As Trish
Plops down and just puts the sword on his knee and.
Does he do the crisscross applesauce with a sword across the lap?
No, kind of more like lean back, one knee up, sword on the knee.
Nice. Well, as Trish is going about doing these interviews, making these portraits, is Tinker ever going to give Trish the opportunity to ask these questions of him, or is he simply avoiding it or too busy?
Oh, if Trish absolutely wants to try and ask Tinker these questions.
Yep. Trish is kind of ready for this.
100%. But you got to knock on the door.
Well, before I knock on your door, oh, hang on, I might not be able to do it yet. Where is it? No, I can definitely do it. Trish is gonna cast a level 5 spell, Mislead.
What?
So you gain the invisible condition at the same time as an illusionary double of you appear.
Oh,
When you are where you are standing. The double lasts for the double lasts for the duration, but the invisibility ends immediately after you make an attack. Well, whatever. As a magic action, you can move the double up to twice your speed. It can make gestures, speak, and behave in any way you choose.
Okay, so you're invisible and you've created a magical double.
That's great.
Yep. I can see
It didn't take you long to
through
chat to find
ears
something else.
as it's located where it is. So Trish is going to go hide in a room
Right.
and send her double out and knock on your door.
Okay.
There's a knock on the workshop door.
And then all sound instantly stops. And you can, well, I don't know if Trish, can you hear and see through?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you can.
Wait,
Okay.
can
You
you
can
actually
see through its
knock, or
eyes
do you
and
need
hear
someone to
through
knock
its
for
ears.
you?
No, it can make a gesture, speak, and behave in any way I choose. So
So
Can it
it's just like
interact?
speaking the knock sounds, just like knock, knock, knock.
I don't know.
I don't think you can interact.
I don't think you
with
can
one.
interact with the
Yeah.
door.
But you can knock it. You can do a ding dong ditch, but leave your double standing.
I mean,
Yeah,
fine,
yeah.
I'll do that.
Because the thing is,
Ding-dong
you can
ditch is
speak. You
so
can
on
speak
point
through
for
the
Trish.
double, and you can hear through the double. So it's still like
Okay.
it's
I love that
almost like
idea.
Trish is there.
Knock, knock, knock.
This kind of visual of like the Trish knocking and then the second Trish kind of peeling off and disappearing.
Yeah.
Well, as she casts a spell, she becomes invisible, and it looks like the double is created where she was.
Right.
So it looks like she's
It's
still
seamless.
standing there. Yeah.
So as I said, like all the cacophony just stops, and you just hear muffled whispering, and then the door opens a crack. Yes. What do you want, Trish?
I want to get an interview.
An interview?
Yes, I want to know more about you.
Me?
Yes, I've already spoken to Forrest and Echo.
Oh.
I'm doing a book.
How many days has it been?
Well, it's
Because
been
Echo
about,
speaks really slowly.
it's been about at least-
Forrest, for someone who doesn't use a lot of words, he uses a lot of words.
Look, I've got actually nearly 2 full pages from Forrest.
Oh.
From behind you here, are you going to interview me as well?
Yes, I'm interviewing everyone on the ship.
I haven't had a good interview in weeks.
Oh, but we're really in the middle of Stefania. We can't stop now. We're getting to the good bit.
It will only be, I don't know, I think an hour you talking to me, maybe 4 me drawing you up.
Drawing up.
Well, I've
And the
drawn.
portrait? Oh my god.
See, someone else really wants, and you know what? I can do you guys as a double feature.
I don't think I'm ready for that level of commitment yet.
The door suddenly closes as Vanya steps up and she leans down to you, Tinker. We need a brand name.
You can't put me on the spot like that.
Look, we're getting an interview. There's going to be a double feature. We have to talk about our work. There's going to be portraits. You don't know who this will reach. I need people at home to know that I'm doing great without them. I need
While
this.
they're talking, Trish is going to swap with a double.
Tinker, please accept the interview. Please.
But I'm already. I've already got a picture.
She opens the door. Tinker would love to participate.
I would.
I think that'd be great. And she'll push herself in.
No. And Tinker pushes back. No, you can't come in here. This is all a work in progress.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to come out into the dining room and we can...
Oh, the autopsy room. Okay, sure.
And you'll see Trish's double just standing there as she walks past.
No, seriously, how long has it been since I slept?
Yes. Maybe you haven't been sleeping right.
Yeah, no. Vanya swears it's a second bunk on that bed, but it is not. It's barely even sizable enough for a small dog, honestly.
You are the size of a small dog.
Do you want this interview or not?
And she's now like handing you a cup of water as she sits down.
Yeah, Tinker just chucks it at himself. Oh, that's so much better. It's a lot of hard work, you know.
There's some strange fluid coming off of the squirrel on his head as it gets damp. He's also wearing, what looks like a grate, a metal grate that's been pushed down over his head.
Jesus,
God damn.
mess.
That's a mess. We might do your portrait when you clean yourself up a little, Tinker. You're looking a little
What do you
messy.
think that cup of water was just for?
Okay, we'll start with your names, obviously. I would like you guys to spell it out for me so I make sure I don't get the spelling wrong.
You don't know how to spell Tinker.
She deadpan looks at you. I just gave you my explanation. I just want to make sure I don't get the names wrong.
Slobbersnout.
Tinker, what year were you born?
I don't know.
How old are you?
I don't know.
What's the first memory you had?
Screaming.
What were you screaming from?
Well, I just hatched out of an egg. I was... What? How would you feel if you burst out of the confines of, I don't know, shell, and the first thing you met with is hundreds of other screaming kobolds?
Whoa, hang on. You can remember that far back?
Yes, perfect photographic memory.
Oh, that explains everything. All right, well...
The person, the fellow next to me was screaming.
Okay.
The lady on the other side was screaming, so I started screaming.
How was your upbringing? The first few years of your life, what did you do?
Well, there was a lot of screaming. Mostly for food. And then screaming at us to work. And then screaming at us to eat the food faster so we could go back to work again.
Okay. So you were put to work, as most kobolds do.
Yes. We are.
When you sort of been around for about 10 years, what did you start doing after that?
10 years, you're generous.
I don't know how old he is. I'm just trying to gamble on the moons and the stars aligning to figure out how close we can get.
Well, I started doing less work.
And you started doing what else?
More work. For me, though.
So you started working for yourself?
Yes.
In your own workshop or place?
No, it wasn't my workshop. It was my grandfather's workshop.
Your grandfather's workshop?
Yes.
Okay. What was your grandfather's name?
I don't know.
Does can Trish insight on this to see if he doesn't know?
I mean, sure. I
like, can I see if he's bullshitting me? Is what I'm saying.
Sure. Halsey, what is the highest? No, let's do this sneakily. Make an insight check.
Yeah. All right. Making an insight check.
Halsey, just tell us, does it beat your persuasion or deception plus 10?
Absolutely. I want to remind everyone that like all 2024 rule set wanted me to do was take points or proficiency in persuasion and deception, and I kept saying no. Every time it asked me that, I said no.
Are you sure?
No.
No.
No, I'm not sure, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, Tinker absolutely knows the name of his grandfather.
All right. Okay, so she will go.
Trish would also know that there's no way to prove that this was a biological grandfather.
No. Did he have a nickname or an initial or anything I could maybe put down?
Okay. All right, Trish. You're not going to stop unless I actually give you something, right? Is this how this is going to work?
Look, and she will turn the book and show you echoes and forests on like how much detail she's put into it.
Okay, all right. I'll be real with you for 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes.
She's fucking leaned forward. She's got a pen ready.
Rapid fire.
Okay. I might have embellished how much screaming there was.
I figured there wasn't a lot.
No, there was still a lot, but maybe the fellow on my left was wailing, not really screaming when we hatched. But anyway,
Right, we're wasting precious minutes here. How old are you?
I don't know. Legitimately, I don't know.
Okay.
When you're underground, you don't really get to. The concept of time doesn't really make sense.
Who is your grandfather?
Right. Well, obviously not biological.
Yes.
Hatchery,
Yes.
eggs.
Yes. I understand.
But my mentor, I called him Gramps, but everyone else called him Twitchy Hammers on Wood.
Yep.
You got him.
I'm kind of sad Cuddly wasn't here to hear that.
No, that was a good one. All right. Okay. And you learnt a lot of your skills that you know now from him?
Yes. So, look, obviously, I'm not like your regular kobolds. I think we both agree on that, yes?
You are definitely a special case.
Thank you. Now, when I started showing signs of this, uniqueness, Gramps took me under his wing, showed me his workshop. He taught me a few things, but mostly he just sort of pushed me in the room and said, go nuts.
Was Gramps a kobold like you?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
His name was Twitchy Hammers of Wood. What do you think he was?
I'm just clarifying. Okay, so in his workshop, you built what? Or you did what in his workshop?
I mostly broke things. Specifically the things Gramps would make to solve a problem I would then break down to try and improve upon his solution. I never could.
So you're a thorn in Gramps' thigh.
There was one time I literally put a thorn in his thigh, but that's... No, there was one, maybe 2 times. Was it 3?
What happened to Gramps? Is he still around?
I don't know.
Okay.
He was there when I left. I assume he's still there.
And now,
unless they blamed him for some of the things I did, in which case he might be dead.
Well, let's get up to that. Let's
not.
revisit of some of the things you did. Just to
You got
make
4
sure.
minutes.
Yes, tell me a abridged version of this.
Of what?
Of what you did before you left.
That's incriminating.
I-
I'm not committing that paper.
We're trying to get you to confess, Tinker. Run!
Okay, you know what? I can make this work. What did I do before I left? Well, there was I would like to say there was a trial, but it wasn't really a trial. I was more just chained up and thrown in front of someone, told to leave. And then when I was told to leave, I was given about 5 minutes, actually, to pack up my belongings. I didn't have many belongings. Tinker then thinks about it and thinks about his giant backpack. Turns out I actually had a lot of belongings. But then, and he would sort of get up, run out of the room, come back. And then Gramps gave me this and pulls out his grabby claw.
Ah.
Gramps made this.
Ah, that's awesome. Seeing that there's only like probably 2 minutes after all that inspiration. What were you doing before you just met me?
Before I just met you?
Yeah,
I dug the hole.
Well, I meant
you fell into.
Yes, we don't need to revisit that.
Those guys. Remember we murdered those guys? That was great.
You know what? End of interview.
Somebody was an assassin. I can't believe he did actually kill many people.
And she'll now. I can't.
You know, you're kind of bad at these things when I think about it. Good thing you met me. You've changed so much better since you met me.
Oh.
You've got 1 more minute.
Vanya.
Anything else?
No, we're done.
You want to hear about my rival?
Eyebrow pops up. Who's your rival?
The kobold that bullied me when I was young?
Continue.
Do you want to know his name?
Yes.
His name was Testy. Testy Shovel Hands.
She just looks at you. You gotta be bullshitting me now.
No. Testy Shovel Hands. He was peak perfection of what you wanted a kobold. He had the perfect proportion of muscle and scrawniness. He was all arm, nothing else. Built like a truck for the top half, could dig tunnels like nobody's business. Also very good for hitting other kobolds. Bullied everyone. He was terrible.
She will document this, but in brackets going, interesting to know he was bullied on. And bracket it off. All right, Vanya, your turn. And Tinker, don't go anyway, because we're going to draw you guys together.
She's changed, she's cleaned herself up, she's gotten some of her nicer clothes out, she's sitting in the chair.
Oh, wow, you looking gorgeous.
Thank you. Well, you have to. When it's an interview, right?
That's right.
Are you publishing this in a magazine? Are you sending it to like a local newsletter?
I'm hoping to send this back home.
Oh, okay.
Trish.
Just Tinker, it's my turn.
Hold on.
I didn't say when I was
an
sending.
interview in so long.
Okay, all right. So we'll start with your full name.
Mm-hmm. Vanya Fuela.
And what year were you born?
I gotta pull out my actual document for this. Hold on. Where are you? Where have you gone?
Where are you?
Where are you? And she'll say 33
Okay. Where were you born?
in Hague.
Okay. What was your early childhood like?
Amazing. It
Yes?
was splendid. My parents gave me all the tools and materials I wanted, and for Genius Eve, I got this wonderful globe that turns out inside there was an entire little city. Everything was working by cogs. So as you open it, everything started moving, and I dare say I didn't just recreate it, I improved upon.
Oh, wow. That's very impressive.
It is, yes. And then, you know, I got accepted into the Heights of Ingenuity, early age. I tried out courses from all the various colleges, and eventually I decided to go for the College of Robotics and Engineering, and I worked my way up. I eventually joined the faculty immediately upon my graduation. Of course, I graduated with several scholarship wins and trophies and academic records.
You're so impressive.
I know. And I even acquired, oh, you would know this, I acquired the ticket that allowed me the actual physical meeting of Hathok.
Oh, wow. I do remember
Now, I was
that.
too afraid to use it for a very long time, you know, until the moment where my entire, you know, the other principals of the colleges turned their backs on me and I was thrown into this horrible interdimensional prison.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Where you all saved me from.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
I'd now like to talk about your relationship with Tinker.
With Tinker, my relationship with Tinker.
Yes.
It's strictly professional.
Well, yes, as it is. But you guys have found to find the same sort of grooves and you work closely with each other. You seem to work well with each other. What do you think really makes that happen? Is it your communication? Is it the way you guys just know what you're both thinking?
I would say it's communication. We're still having communication issues, definitely.
Certainly.
I think Tinker is a bit headstrong. While he's open to criticism, he doesn't like being told that he's wrong necessarily. And I think his ego is a bit big, to be honest. But I think without his big ego, I also wouldn't have anyone to challenge me.
All right. Now, this is a question for both of you. What are you currently working on? No?
Well, it's ingenious when you really want to think about it. We're working on...
Don't, Tinker, don't do it. Don't do it.
But-
Don't do it. No.
My ego!
No.
Huge!
I know. Your
Okay.
ego, wonderful. Here's what we do. Here's what we do, Tinker. Listen. You can write down in your little book,
Yes.
you can say, if people want to know what we're working on, they'll simply have to come find us and we'll show them.
Okay.
It will change the world.
Do you guys have like a brand name for each other, or for both of you, or are they just looking out for you two?
Well, they can already see me. I'm on ads back in...
Me too.
Okay. All right. Now, would you like a portrait together or separate?
I have to check with my manager.
I think we should do it together and make sure.
No, I have to... No. Do you have any way of contacting Madam Scarlet?
She looks at you.
Oh, disgust.
Work with Madam Scarlet, Tinker.
She gave me a lot of money.
Scarlet, more like Charlotte, Anne.
Well, yeah, she doesn't know anything about what she's doing. There's
Not
still
at
no
all.
money.
You took her money? Good.
Yeah.
What did she get out of it? You said you're on TV or you're on screens?
Yes.
The ad bots?
Yes, those things.
Let's just say we don't do any more business with her.
But what if I want more of her money?
There are other people who will give you more money, and they will actually give you a benefit in, in return. Because I'll be so honest. Wait, you didn't give her any of your blueprints or ideas, did you?
I don't think so.
Because if you did, let's just say she's probably making a lot more money than you got.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but would you like your portraits done?
Yes.
We could do this at another time.
No, this is perfect. I just want to make sure that Tinker is put slightly elevated, making look like he's not as short as he is. We can't have people thinking we're actually, on different wavelengths. He has to look.
Do you want him in like eye level of you, or just a little bit shorter is okay?
It's okay, fine. You can be a little bit shorter. That's fine.
No. And
Yes.
Trish is like,
no, that's actually
bringing it
perfect.
to
Hold on, let me just. And she takes like the chair and she pulls a little saw out of her, like handsaw out of her pocket, and just starts sawing off the chair legs to make it shorter. And then she sits on it, and she adds those leg bits to another chair, puts it next to her, and tells Tinker to sit on that one.
Tinker sits on it. It's still shorter than Vanya, so then he stands on it.
Trish will start drawing, obviously starting on Tinker, because she can figure the quicker she can do Tinker, the quicker you can get away. But yes, so she'll just keep drawing you guys. Every now and again, she'll tell Tinker to stop moving, because he probably can't sit still.
I think
Vanya is sitting so still. She's just...
Hang on 2 seconds. Oh, yeah, he's wriggling all over the place. He just cannot he's...
Tinker, a little less drool, please. Can you just clean yourself up? Yep. Oh,
It's one of the best features. Don't hide your drool, Tinker.
Okay, it just starts. It just starts coming out like it's just.
So you will find
it's up to the artist to make their own interpretation, but you shouldn't hide who you are.
A bit of steam. You hear a sizzling sound. It's starting to bubble away on the floor.
All right. You'll find, because she'll show you guys the drawing, that very detailed in both of you, except the drool is quite boring looking.
No. That's not how Tinker would then take the.
No, and she like grabs it.
No, you do it. No, you need to do more.
Tinker, let
Trish.
go of the book.
No, let me show you.
Let
You can
go
make it look,
of the book.
you could make it look so much better if you
She
just.
is death staring you.
Fine, be boring then. I don't care. It's a stupid interview anyway. I made up half of it anyway. You have to know if I was telling the truth or not.
As far as interviews go, I've had better, but it was nice having something.
Thanks for the feedback.
I'm sure you'll get used to it if you do it a bit
There
more.
was snacks at my last interview.
I gave you water.
I thought that was a
Water.
shower.
We have coffee available, Trish.
I
You
was
should have
not-
at least offered coffee.
I wasn't giving Tinker coffee.
Hot beverage is better because the warmth calms the circulatory system down, even though it's a caffeinated beverage. But giving someone something warm
Vanya,
will
you're a
make them
genius.
relax.
Thank you.
Warmth. You said improves the circulatory system, right?
Yes.
So the patient in mid-operation needs to be warm so that we can get better blood flow. We can see the veins so much better.
But that means they could bleed out quicker.
You're not part of this.
Hold on. I think you're onto something.
See, this is
The warmth,
you
the
and your
circulatory system. Wait, what if we go the other way? What if we cool them down to make it slower
so they don't bleed out as fast.
so they don't bleed out?
That's also very useful. Okay, but what if we do a series of like flash heating and cooling so that we can like sort of follow the blood flow and then see where the next junction is, thus improving the accuracy of our work and
What
ensuring
if-
it doesn't,
By
patient
the
doesn't die.
time you guys actually notice anything, Trish is no longer there. She's left.
And Vanya goes off on another tangent, and she goes like, or hear me out. Have you ever, I don't know how this works for someone with scales like you, but have you ever held your hand towards the light to look at what it looks like underneath your skin? What if we could create a strong enough light source that has no heat emission, so we can essentially just light up the circulatory system? Come, I'll show you. And she grabs your hand and starts pulling you over. But with that, we're getting closer to break time. Do we want to keep going, or do we want to take a short little break? My finds.
I think maybe we take
Either way.
short little break, and then because we actually done some pretty nice catch ups.
This has been honestly, I'm just gonna say, Orb, this was a great way to recap.
Yeah, to be honest, I was thinking about break. I'm like,
It was pretty good.
this is a great way to just refresh everyone. So
I learned some stuff that I did not know. So
Yes, yes.
And we all learned that kobold's naming is ridiculous.
yes,
As it should be.
I'm pretty
As it
sure,
should.
Josie, you didn't have anything in mind in regards to kobold naming, did you?
No,
Before I
there
said-
isn't a naming.
Yeah.
They name each other.
Yeah,
Usually,
so
someone
that's-
just tells you, "I'm gonna call you this," and that's what you get called. Because for those, it wasn't brought up here, but the Kobold, the Dragon Society, you're basically just given a serial number, and that's what you use. But then they start calling each other by various names. Like Trish wouldn't have named herself
nope.
either, but she comes from even though she was also once upon a time a roe or a kobold, she would still have been in a different caste that would probably have had it a little nicer. So it's an incredibly hierarchical society. But Tinker, for example, is his actual on paper name is Copper Road 2701.
Yep.
And I think
Except it might be. I don't know if it's scratched out.
Trish, current the denomination is Amethyst Raja 55. That's what their names are on, in their, should we say, tax records.
On our birth certificate when we're hatched, we were
It's
given
more
a
like
piece of
they would
paper.
write, they would write, they would write on the
Absolutely
eggs.
stepped on the egg, yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
Someone would literally have the job of just writing numbers on eggs.
And I'm telling you now, their earmuffs are really good because when the screaming starts, it starts. Let me tell you. Whew.
I just want you to know it would have been even worse over where Trish came from, because all of them have this psionic scream that just when it starts screaming, they have
you can't even
completely
close the door.
soundproof.
Yeah.
It's just fully soundproof. They just roll all the eggs up in styrofoam.
They just Tony Hut it. Tony Hut.
Oh dear.
But
right,
yes, we're
so
gonna go on a quick
little
break. We're gonna go a quick break. We will be back here in just a few minutes. We'll see about rolling some ads, and when we get back, we'll see what the others are up to during the weeks before suddenly the cold hits.
Ooh, that's right. That's right.
All right, we'll see you all.
There it is.
And we return. Da 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 da.
Is Josie returning
Welcome
to
back,
the era?
I don't
where
get
she
that
tries
reference.
to bring a theme song. Remember the
Do you
era
want,
where
do
we
you want
had
the intro dance?
No, we don't want the intro dance. No, we don't. No,
It's
we
been
don't.
so
that's
long
a-
since the intro dance.
That's a
We
blast
don't
from the
need-
past. We can do
We
without.
don't
That's
need the
fine.
intro dance. We have the intro now, though. No, we replaced the intro dance with the intro.
Oh,
And a one, and a two.
No,
and a-
oh, no,
Oh no.
There we go.
Was that the one that you basically insert intro here?
Yeah, I did that at the start of a bunch of sessions, and no one liked it besides Cuddly. And I think she was just liking it to be nice.
Dear.
But welcome back to the Quintessence, a Sammantis Chronicle.
Oh, no.
The second half of our first stream of this year, and it is probably gonna be some more RP. Who knows? We've really only gone through what Trish has done in the first week of the 3 weeks of downtime that the party has. So I'm going to bring it over to Forrest. What would Forrest spend the first week? This is the week before it gets suddenly dark.
Right. It would basically be a lot of self-administered physiotherapy, I imagine.
Okay.
Trying to ease the muscles and the discomfort. Also spending some time doing maintenance on Fang, because he hasn't really had a chance to since it was damaged by the void.
By the void egg. Yeah, and when it comes to Fang, Fang does reclaim its original shape, but there's just this strange little thin, almost like a hairline fracture that somehow does not want to go away. It doesn't impact it in any way that you can tell besides visual.
But nonetheless, he spends time making sure the relationship of its purpose is there.
Feel free to make a nature check for me.
Why nature, Josie? You know it's +0.
Because it's what fits.
16 is all right, though.
Would you actually ask for help at all?
I don't think he would for this.
He'd be back in his room.
He
doing his
wouldn't
own
think
thing.
to, It's just... Because the whole thing with Fang is that it's only a sword because it needed to be a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of just the understanding, is that just, it is what it needs to be. So it's sort of more maintaining that kind of intention is kind of how the maintenance actually is.
As you sit with Fang, you feel the warmth of the wood. Even though this was initially a branch that you found, a good stick that has over time shaped itself to be what it is now, it feels like a living part of a tree. And when you touch it, you just feel that, like, you can tell that this is not like a dead branch or a rotten tree. This is alive. Still living material. You almost feel like if you were to peel off a layer, you'd find that like light green, fresh, young tree flesh underneath almost. And just like once before when you sat, I think 2 instances previously when you've held Fang, you sense empathy, some form of understanding from Fang. I won't say it has full sentience, but it's definitely alive more than just an average tree.
Yeah, or more than an average, dead branch.
Yeah, it has maybe some form of conscience or consciousness. And you could just feel that it's... I wouldn't necessarily say that it's feeling proud, but it feels like it still has a job to do.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it would, that would be the majority of his time. Essentially just like maintaining himself, maintaining his equipment, and kind of... First week it's just recovery of all of those things, because it's been a bit of a time.
Are you at all during the first week doing any form of, I dread to use the word, experimentation about the parasites, or just leaving it?
I think the nothing extraneous. Maybe you know how you would like flex a tender muscle just to see how much movement it has.
Okay.
But when you feel that twinge, you back off. It's more like that.
Okay. Then I'll ask you to roll, let's say, a d6, and over the week, that's how many hit dice worth you spend just like doing small things with it. And since it's a long downtime, it's not going to impact you in any way.
Yeah.
She says as she flips the page and then notes down the number that you use.
Yes, because you were also tasked with essentially at the end of it all, communicate what you learn about it back to the Night Merchant. You said 3?
Week 2 and 3, maybe the experimentation could become more robust, but week 1 is recovery and, tentativeness.
Don't worry, Tinker will see you in week 2 or 3.
Yes, that's what I am expecting. Yeah.
I got a long list
of
what Tinker got up.
Here we are. It has 4 now. Eaten 15 hit dice.
Just going throughout your body, just looking for all those power-up pills,
For the first week, Forrest stays, besides the interview, I assume, and some casual conversations here and there, you simply keep to yourself. Or do your regular chores around the ship. Rest as much as you can. Anything else?
For week 1, no.
Okay. Tinker, week 1. According to my notes, you spend hold on, I have a thing. That's then. We are here. You pretty much the first day you return. Trish armor has now been fitted with a frame. Excellent. The available lenses for Trish to use, there was only 2. One is you can use a reaction to gain resistance to fire, specifically fire, a number of times per day equal to your proficiency modifier. And it lasts for a minute after you trigger it.
Okay. And
the second one is a lesser lens of rallying, which when you use the rally homebrew feature, you get more hit points back. Or it's temporary hit points. But those are the ones available. You can think to yourself, but those, if there's any more, they will have to be crafted by someone trained with the jeweler's tools, which I think both Tinker and Vanya technically can do.
That was actually one of the other things Tinker got out of the well, it doesn't matter, he's proficient with everything with the all-purpose tool, so
yeah,
it doesn't matter. But yeah, so for that first week, as Tinker promised Vanya, he offered his body to her.
He did.
For science, please, for science. All right. And just so that Tinker's very interested in the research that magic uses conduits within the body. Mm-hmm. He's very interested in that because as someone who is not what he believes inherently magical, as in the same type of magical that say Gavinel is, mm-hmm. He's intrigued with the idea of essentially trying to bring magic to a non-magical person. That's kind of the idea he's intrigued with, whether that's possible. And then seeing a creature like Echo, which essentially is that. For the first week, aside from whenever he could escape Vanya, he would be attempting to poke, prod, and scrape Echo as much as possible, trying to, just sort of get any and all data he can to then bring back to Vanya.
I am going to ask you to make an investigation check.
Yes!
And because I will say, because you have essentially on this ship right now, we have, I think, almost every type of magical casting people besides religious.
Yep.
Available. I think the only ones not on here currently is like you don't have a cleric, you don't have a warlock.
Yep.
But rangers are basically junior druids. So I will say make that investigation check, and I will give Tinker the information about how different spellcasting traditions works in this world.
Excellent. So just a reminder to everyone, he now has expertise in investigation, and because of the eyes of minute seeing, advantage as well. So we will.
Here you go. And you also have, remember, I will set the base DC for this is going to be 20, but the higher you get, the more details you get. And you do have Flash of Genius, so if you get under 20, you can Flash of Genius.
Absolutely. All right.
And you can push.
Wow. Okay. First roll of the year.
It's still a 21.
It's still a 21.
It's still a 21.
I was going to offer the help action, but I don't think you need it.
No, because there's already advantage.
Yeah.
But even you had to roll a 6 to fail.
A Flash of Genius as well brings it to 25. So yeah, and then he's gonna push.
Okay. Are you geniusing?
Sorry?
Are you geniusing?
Yeah, Flash of Genius, so that's 25.
Okay, Flash of Genius. I will say, Forrest, you gotta make me a con save because your room is next to the workshop.
Absolutely.
And the parasites can sense it. So you're at Tinker's at a 28.
28. I rolled an 8.
The DC's just 11.
Oh yeah, no problem. 24.
You're fine. But while you're resting, you just feel that twinge in your neck, like almost like you yourself have become in tune, like, oh, someone is definitely exerting themselves right now because the parasite can smell like the adrenaline or the norepinephrine in the air, and it's just like, food.
Settle down.
I want to note the effort that Tinker had to go to, that little bit of extra effort, was when he tried to get a good look at Gavinel's arm, because, you know, wanting to try and see what sort of surface veins and whatnot to try and like sketch and get an idea of, and he thought he was caught for a second because he's just kind of like snuck into a room and he's like trying to like figure out what's going on. And then...
she probably let you because remember she has tremor sense.
Oh, absolutely, she. Yes. 28 then. Total.
28 for sure. So here's what I'm gonna let you know. I will keep warlocks and clerics out of this.
Yep.
You don't know how they get their magic. No. Lore is that, you know, the goddesses give their magic to the clerics. Warlocks. The warlocks you've met have almost all exclusively had connections to eye worms. So maybe you're not interested in those.
Oh, not today, but maybe tomorrow.
So the way it works, it all comes down to what's called the primal energies that are being spat out by the origin vortex. And various classes do it differently. When it comes to sorcerers, they almost like they know it instinctively. They can move these energies through their body to create the effect they wish for. Usually they have predispositions for various types of these magic. And usually they have this ability because of some connection in their life or their bloodline that has made them sensitive to the energies.
Yep.
Artificers like yourself and Vanya, you create these patterns because the energy needs to flow in certain patterns to create effects. The various types of energies go in various... It's like the energies are playing shoots and ladders, essentially. And depending on how they collide, where they end up, different things happen.
And I would say this investigation is probably the first time Tinker's realized, because he's always said he doesn't know how he does the things he does. It just happens. And I'd say it's at this point that he goes, maybe there is a pattern to how he does things. And that's what he needs to focus on to improve himself.
Yes, because, and also looking at what Vanya does, and she knows some of this theory. She would probably tell you as well. You've seen what she did to speed up the ship once, where she created this system of pattern in the engine room. Essentially, when you create an item, if it's conscious or unconscious, you add patterns. So artificers essentially impart these this circuitry, as we've been calling it, into objects to gain an effect. You impart it on an object.
Yeah.
Druids do similarly, but it's usually through non-sentient living things, like trees or like the earth. Like they will create it. Sometimes Echo does it through himself, and it looks more organic, whereas you create this, what looks like actual circuitry plans. For Echo, it's more like you see these thin lines in the roots and the systems, like going from these nodes of gems all over their body. But when Petunia did it, she most likely used the fiber structure inside her toadstool to create these patterns, or like through the ground itself, like the mouth would only open when the roots around it got impacted in a certain way.
Right.
When it comes to bards, they create vibrations in the air, mostly when they do it with instruments and music. They manipulate vibrations, sound. Sometimes in other bards, it can be through dance, it can be when they're writing in a book. They can create a pattern consciously or unconsciously. Did I miss anyone? Wizards, they have to learn. That's why they have the books. I would say a wizard spell book in this world is a lot more like instructions on how to move the magic in your body. Like they have to remember how to do it. Like, oh, I want to cast Fireball, so I gotta get that energy going there. I gotta make a little connection point over there. It's more like traffic.
So
I would say paladins are probably the ones that are the most confusing, because I will say it's a good investigation roll. It's almost like they impart their own will outwards, and almost like the laws of entropy create the effect around them. Like almost like the world bends ever so slightly to create the correct pattern.
The notes would be Forrest's stubbornness creates magic.
That's fair.
Accurate.
Yeah. So realistically, all this research has done has just given Tinker the idea that the body, the body that is creating the magic, or at least internalizing these patterns, is just a magical item. And if Tinker, whether it carves or rearranges the veins or nervous structure of a body, can have it utilize magic.
Is this your villain origin story?
No, he's already had that.
No, we already covered that. No,
We already covered that.
Because that's like, can we insert frames into the body directly? Because we saw in Hague all the scrapped guys, right?
Yeah.
How they had all those mechanical. Tinker wants to do that without all that mechanical MacGuffin. He just wants to frames into the body directly.
Cyberpunk.
That was the.
It would be a lot like. Has anyone? Here comes a reference. Has anyone seen the anime Kiba?
Kiba?
I can't say I have.
What's this now?
Let me.
Doesn't ring a bell. The name
It's just
doesn't.
people have almost like in Kiba, somewhere on people's bodies, they have what looks like little beads sticking out of their skin, and they can use those like almost like grab magic out of those beads.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, visually, yeah, I would say definitely, yeah. Like just looking at the images I got here, yeah.
But I will say, Tinker can certainly try. I will say you have the materials to create a frame. You have a fully functional workshop. You simply need a volunteer and time.
Frederick, where are you? No. I'm kidding. We can't give Frederick more power.
Yeah, no, he's going to turn on us eventually.
Yeah, exactly. No, that is more than enough, because I'd say essentially understanding where his power comes from definitely goes on to his other bit of research later on. So that's good.
So for week 2, starting week 2, this is definitely something you can attempt.
Josie, I just remembered something that I picked up ages ago and repeatedly forgot to use every week we played. I got a second little slip of paper from the Night Merchant.
You did?
And I never got to use it. So in that first week, I will use it finally.
Amazing.
And catch up with
your friend, your buddy.
Catch up with the Celestial Boy.
Yeah, actually, I gotta check where are you? Here we go. I'm checking. There we go. Glyphora.
Glyphora
is the name. Glyfura. Lovely, right?
Foura. Okay.
Fura.
Oh, Fu too.
Fu.
Oh yeah, guys.
Hold on.
First session. All right, come on.
Glyphora.
Yeah. We'll rotate. We'll circle back. But first, I want to know, what does Echo do for this first week of travel?
I think first week there's a lot of familiarizing themselves with how the ship works, what people do, what people get up to. I think there was a promised introduction to Hold Eater, and I think that's necessary because it's going to be Hold Eater that's effectively steering. So Echo needs
yes and no. The way the ship has been running so far is that Hold Eater provides propulsion, but it's mostly Forrest who's been doing the steering. Not all parts of Hold Eater are actually physically part of its body. Some things are simply attached, like the sail, for example, is a sail that has been added to it after the fact, and is not part of its own body.
So I think with that in mind, they'll be looking at how that structure works, how best to use their magic to assist Hold Eater with moving. Probably some conversations with Forrest about how he navigates what he's comfortable with.
Yeah.
Basically, Echo can keep you going in a straight line. They are very confident with that. They can mark it, but they are not a sailor by nature. All they're here, they are pretty much going to be your compass, and maybe they might be able to at points where you need it, they can make Hold Eater go faster, and support with defending Hold Eater. But they need you to kind of tell them what you need from them beyond, and they will show you the star map, and they will show you how big they can make the star map as well.
Yeah, because the ship is equipped with a compass. You have sea charts, and you also have a compass. I'm saying Echo's help allows you to keep traveling in the dark. There's still a chance you might end up going slightly off. So when we get to it, you're all going to get to choose one of several locations that you're aiming for. And then there's going to be a roll to see if you get there, or if you end up at closer to one of the other points, essentially. But without Echo, you wouldn't have been able to travel at all, basically.
Beyond that, there's some misunderstanding. They keep putting this octopus off the ship because it keeps finding its way on. Until it's explained later that
this is Eleonora.
And she lives here. So there's a little bit of that, and there's a couple of times where Vanya gets a rap at the door, and a small kobold shoved into her arms, and yours.
It was just one pebble.
And I think a lot of conversations, because if they know that Trish is interested in history and things like that, I think that they will sit with Trish a lot and talk about what Trish knows about the world as it is, and share notes and compare what Echo has managed to find in their travels, which isn't the most, but it might add insight, particularly in terms of natural spaces and some of the more so the more druidic peoples of the world, people that you wouldn't necessarily encounter unless you go looking for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they haven't got a goal beyond making sure that this party of people that they have found themselves can get to where they need to go, as far east as they can go, and fulfilling their promise.
Yeah. We will have to wait until next week, perhaps, before we know what Gavinel does for the first week. But we're at one point. There are two things before we get to week number 2. One, starting on Monday, the 35th of Gavintel, I will say for the following for a few days at least, starting, Trish, every now and then you get the feeling that you're being followed. Not the ship, but you specifically. You get this, that like little tingle in the back of the neck, or you just feel like someone's looking at you.
She would 100% go straight to Gavintel and go.
Gavintel, what the hell did
you got a goddess on the hotline?
You're not Rudy, all right? Come on.
She was a fanboy like you.
You did one time throw some freaking sticks in the air and call upon your deity. So
no, he drew an arrow in the sand.
Drew an arrow. Sorry, my mistake.
He just drew a random arrow in the sand and summoned a god.
I forgot about that.
That's right.
It's
Rudy sacrificing himself like wholly just to like get even like the glance from a goddess, and he's just like arrow.
To be fair, the best advice that Arthur was given by his deity was aim and loose. So, like, let's
to be fair,
piece of a pod, I feel like, honestly.
like Arthur's god said, so just start blasting.
Yeah.
And it worked somehow.
All right, she's off to see Morel.
Meryl? Okay, well, we'll have to see what you discuss next week, because I shall not speak for the Chudley.
And that's fine.
So instead, we're gonna circle back. We're gonna pivot, if you will, back to Forrest, who, at one night during the first week, pricks his finger for a single drop of blood, folds a little piece of paper, and puts it under his pillow. And as you fall asleep that night, Forrest, you find yourself suddenly in a lucid dreaming state. Last time you did this, you were on a grassy, close to the sea, on a grassy field. This time you find yourself in a strange... It looks like a dining room, but bigger, with many tables, many chairs, and everything is made out of stone and metal. Like these large sheets of metal, even the floor and the ceiling. It's been supported with stone and wood, but the main structure, including the table, is all metal. And sitting at one of the tables, you see, not this time dressed in a large, bulky, space marine style armor. Instead, you see wearing what looks like a coverall that has been, the top half has been peeled off and tied around the waist, wearing what looks like a somewhat dirty singlet. Still this buzz cut mohawk style of almost golden blonde hair, and these silvery fine lines are in their face. well built, and from their back, these massive, almost platinum-colored wings. As you see Glyphora sitting there, who turns to you. Forest.
Hello.
Interesting to see you again.
Hey, good to see you again.
Is there anything you need from me?
I just wanted to say hello.
That's very kind of you.
The night merchant came by and she still had those wee papers, and I thought, oh, I haven't spoken to Glyphora for a bit. Maybe they'd like to know how
It's been a few weeks.
how their gift went for me. It's been pretty good.
Well, I was about to ask, has it been useful?
Aye, it has. It's made sure that I've always been ready to act with my friends, to look after them.
Very good. Very good. And you do not wish for me to retract this ability?
Oh, it's fine.
Oh. You? Sorry if I seem... I do not mean to sound offended or such, but you simply wanted to talk.
Sure.
Interesting. Well, I'm not one to turn down conversation. Is there... looks a bit like flustered, like, oh shit, we're doing small talk. Is there anything exciting that has happened for you wish to share?
Sure. It basically just rattles off their adventure thus far since the last time that they met. Just tells them all about it. Yeah.
Do you mention the parasite?
No, more just the tale of what they've been doing rather than that kind of thing, I suppose.
Do you mention the crab man that almost killed Tinker?
Oh yeah, that would come up because that was part of the encounters that they had. He's basically just regaling them with the tale of their journey. So
when you mentioned that part, Glyphora actually looks at you with more intent, less just listening, nodding, but instead stops and says, "And this was but a week ago, 2 weeks ago."
I think so. About that.
Interesting. Well, you keep your eyes about you, Forrest, because there's unrest here.
Where is here? He sort of said, looking around and kind of taking in this. This is different.
Currently in
to
mess
photo,
hall.
right?
Yes, last time we met somewhere that would make you more comfortable, and this time we met where I am comfortable. I sometimes come out here on late nights. Well, not now. I'm asleep, dreaming this.
Oh, so you're asleep too?
I am. It's essentially a very specific use of a magic called dream.
Right.
But no, this is the mess hall where I eat my food after work.
All right. For some reason, I thought that you just existed in that grassy place and that's where you were. And
no, I'm a very real person, Forrest. I exist. You can, if you ever find yourself in the northwest part of Theramon, Outsider's Rest, you should be able to find me.
Outsider's Rest? Is that where this place is that we're looking at?
Hold on. I got all the maps here. Yes. I haven't uploaded all of the maps into Foundry. It's called Outsider's Refuge. That's what it's called. So here we have a lovely little map, everyone. Look at this. Look at this. No, the map refuses.
Oh,
And
get it, a little bit.
up here.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
If you ever find yourself past Lake Aquiva, heading towards Outsider's Refuge, you should be able to find me there. But yes, we've had some disputes among the people, among the what your world refers to as outsiders.
Oh, what's been going on over there? Tell me your tale. I've told you mine.
There are things I cannot tell you, Forrest. Things that were decided long time ago that I cannot share. But what I can say is that for a long time, the Outsiders have been a united people, simply trying to make a living and live out our days. But lately, there are those who've wanted to go back to how things used to be long, long time ago. And it's created conflict. And some people have decided to leave. And unfortunately, some of them have nefarious intent and have committed heinous acts like the one you ran into.
Which one?
Well, they are referred to as Glabresu.
Oh, is this the crab?
Yes.
Crabresu, was it?
Glabresu.
Oh.
I'm gonna double check. I could be fucking wrong. No, I got it. It's the Glabresu.
Demon crab guy. That's punched Tinker.
Real hard.
Real.
Yes, so there are some that have left, and some simply wanted to find their own way. Some wanted to return to old ways that are not good.
Sorry, I don't really understand a lot of what goes on in the world, and certainly not in the past. What's bad about your old ways? And I don't even know what your new ways are, actually.
It is unfortunate I'm not allowed to share much more with you. These are laws that have been imparted. I am physically incapable of speaking certain things. I have taken an oath, but I can say if you run into more outsiders, make sure that you treat them the way you would treat anyone, with a little bit of caution, a little bit of an open ear, and do not trust just immediately. And definitely don't promise them anything.
What is that?
It does not tend to end well.
We didn't promise our one to like beat it up more or anything, or promise to be friendly or anything. Did we say anything like that? I can't remember now. Uh-oh.
But you are most likely going to run into more of them as you travel the known lands.
Yeah. Are they all like the crabby fella?
No. Not all of them.
Wait, that
And do know that the crab fella returned here and was promptly punished for their actions.
Oh, well. Good. As long as they understand, that's fine.
We'll see.
What about that egg fella that we ran into?
Egg?
Is he one of yours as well?
There's a momentary serious look, and then says, "If you see it again, this will... how should I say it? Distract it and run away, Forrest." It is a creature, a being out of... It is curiosity without the concept of consequence.
So it was like
It has-
Tinker then.
Well, it has no... It has no empathy.
It's what Tinker becomes, and he's going back in time to tell himself
It's-
not to do it again.
It lacks all of the 24 aspects. And as soon as Glyphora says that, suddenly everything fades to black. The dream abruptly ends, and you wake up, Forrest, and suddenly it's morning. It just ended right there.
He said he's
Like someone turned off a TV.
Interesting.
What was it? Lacks any of the 24
Aspects.
aspects?
Yeah.
You mean it doesn't have 24 asses? What the fuck?
Aspects? It doesn't have any pecs on its ass?
No, even worse.
Oh no.
Imagine having a peckless butt.
I think we all have peckless butts, I'll be honest.
Speak for yourself.
Wait, who doesn't get
Something
pecs in the butt? What the fuck?
But yeah.
Interesting. Well,
I go to the
I'll make a
gym.
note of that I will probably lose amongst my notes, but it's noted.
And eventually, Forrest, you wake up and it's just another day. So, before we go into week 2, a few things happen. At the beginning of the second week, unceremoniously, out of nowhere, on the morning of the 41st of Gavintel, you all wake up. You go about eating breakfast, you do your chores, when you realize that it's incredibly cold all of a sudden. The temperature has been dropping as the season of Sandra has been coming closer. And you've also seen, as you've been traveling southeast, you've almost come to be right underneath the moon. It is maybe a few miles northeast of you right now, as it is moving towards its zenith point, close to the Amberlands. When suddenly it's cold. I think the only one who seems unbothered in this case would be Forrest.
Ah.
But all of you feel like your breath leaves this steam cloud in the air, and there's frost on the ship. Like, with the ocean waves coming up, top deck is a slippery hell. And all of a sudden, just before lunchtime, over the course of but a single minute, the world plunges into darkness. The darkness of Sandra arrives almost a full week before when it was assumed to. The moon has not even reached its zenith position. And yet, darkness. Luckily, you had all traded with the Night Merchant for gems, and you've outfitted the ship with these strategic positions. And when the darkness hits, you all realize how hard it is to see sunlight. It's not just the lack of light, but it's almost like something in the air thickens the darkness. And as we enter the season of Sandra, the following effects are applied. Gems are, from now on, during this season, treated as light sources. They give off light and in a potency based on their value, essentially. Let's say a gem worth 100 gold will give off 40-40 light, 50 gold, 20-20 light, and so on and so on. The pearl that was given to Gavinel by Embracer Crusher, what was it more? There was Embracer Crusher something or other. I can't remember right now. Hold on, I got it written down somewhere. I write things down. A Crusher Embracer Shellbreaker is potent enough to, its light would cover, what is 20? 140 feet of bright light in a radius.
Damn.
It is a beacon. And Tinker, with your knowledge, you immediately realize that the air is permeated by the dust you found within the dead worms. It is just swirling around, and it's like it's being pushed away by the light of these gems.
You told
And
me
even
we're
though-
breathing eye worms!
Those worms
You
now, I
would
guess.
only have known this. You only know this because you did that one particular experiment.
Ah!
I guess it's a good thing we've got a gem that has like the essentially radius of the ship to protect us from it.
When Tinker realizes this, like it's sort of like the darkness happens.
Yeah,
and
because
everyone's
he
shocked,
would
obviously. Yeah.
like he would still. Everyone would know that like during the season of Sandra, sometimes it snows. You could sometimes find these fine dust you can't even feel. Like sometimes you can see it, like how you're randomly someone like, how did I get glitter on my finger? Like that kind of vibe.
And it's always just been a quirk of the season, right?
Yeah,
And then-
but
and then-
now you have that moment.
Yeah, we're just like, let's say it's like been a day or two after the darkness has come, and we're just eating dinner, and all of a sudden Tinker, he just looks up for a second. He goes, "Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Get it away! Get it away! No, don't want it! This is terrible! It's not breathing it, not breathing."
What's wrong, Tinker? Telepathically in your head, would this be easier? You're muted.
Oh, he fucking hates being talked in his head.
yeah. He always looks more offended that someone's talking
He
to
bought
his-
a hat specifically to prevent this.
but I can't attune to it, so it doesn't do anything.
It's only there for fashion. This
It's
grate
just
that he's got on his head.
Tinker immediately would does Trish still have the gas mask?
She does have a gas mask, yeah.
Yeah, Tinker would immediately go and raid Trish's room for that gas mask because he just knows exactly where it is. Because he
Oh,
knows where
she
everything
would be chasing you.
Yeah. And after a bit of a scuffle, he returns with the gas mask, which doesn't do anything, but he just feels better about it now. He's got something on. He's like, okay. Oh, yeah, this is eyeworm dust.
No. Eyeworm dust?
We're breathing in the eyeworm dust.
She grabs the mask off.
As you tear the mask off Tinker's face, I'm gonna need Tinker. Can you make a, shall we say, Constitution saving throw?
Oh no, because I've just revealed something to Gavinel, I think. And
No,
maybe I
this is
don't know.
not it. You'll
okay.
see. You'll see.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Let's say you gotta beat like a 15.
Okay, well we got a 16.
Okay, so you're good. So you, while wearing the gas mask, you did manage to hold back your drool enough to not like dissolve the whole thing.
Oh my lord. I was gonna be so upset at spaghetti.
This is not a magical item.
Whoops. Didn't even think of that. That's funny.
But
Imagine
not
giving it back and
only-
the bottom's just missing.
There are some more effects that happen during this season.
Oh.
All illusion school spells are automatically upcast one level, even
Huzzah.
above your available level.
Woohoo!
That's pretty cool.
So you can
That's
spend
very
for example, you can spend a 2nd level slot, but it is treated as a 3rd level spell. But it's only for illusions. And your dark visions are all halved.
At least we got them.
You need the type of dark vision that counteracts magical darkness to be able to see properly.
What was the range on the lens dark vision?
It's a standard 60. So you're basically all pushed down to, I think, 30. Or did Tinker have the super duper dark vision?
I don't think it's any special. It's just 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay, yeah. So you're for the rest of this season, you're all at 30 feet dark vision.
Yeah, as Trish has taken the mask back off Tinker, she will then put it on and go, you know what you could have done to my mask? You could have broken it. And how do you know where it was in my room? How dare you?
Okay, one question at a time. But yes, I just had a thought about it, right? Remember the eye worms we found in the scrapped one?
Yes.
Well, the dust of one of them or a couple of them, remember I was playing with it a little bit?
Yes.
I think it's in the air.
Gross.
Oh, it's terribly gross.
You do remember when you held the bottle with the dust in it towards a light source, it was almost like it was muting the light.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know that they eat light.
So
this is Echo would have no idea.
Oh yeah.
Echo. I think Echo's like, I would like a fuller explanation, please.
I will say straight up, this concept did not exist back in Echo's day.
Mind you, I don't think this existed.
No, I'm saying like the whole concept of the eye worms or the dust, it simply didn't exist in the old world.
No Season of Darkness?
No
Season of Darkness.
Oh.
Back in Echo's days, they would have
seasons.
there would have been your classic spring, summer, fall, winter.
That's interesting.
Swummer.
They call it fall.
So Echo, we killed this guy once, right? And then, well, because he was a bit weird, we cut him open afterwards just to see what was going on.
I wasn't involved.
Specifically.
And we found that he was infested with worms, but like not regular worms.
Oh, I was about to suggest poor diet.
I'm gonna excuse myself. I hate talking about this.
They were like, I don't know, sort of like, they looked otherworldly. It was very weird. I've got an Tinklewood fish, and he pulls out a little vial of, he's still got the vial of eyeworm dust.
Yeah.
So
it's just a little bit, like a little sprinkle, like not even a teaspoon worth.
Did Trish actually leave the room?
Oh yeah. She's not hanging around for that sort of shit.
She passes Forrest coming down from the upper deck, and he's like, "Oh, Trish, where is Echo?"
Just in there talking about worms while trying to eat.
Worms? Well, it's got dark. I just want to. Oh, and Forrest comes into the room with you guys. Oh, hey, Tinker. It's got dark.
yes, Forrest, I found out. In the air is the same. Do you remember the eye worms in the scrapped one? You know how they turn to dust?
Yeah, that was weird.
It's in the air. It's the same dust.
What, worms?
Can I?
Yes.
Is there any sort of check I can make to see if Echo's heard of anything like this? This is
I'll say make a history
alien.
check. Feel free to make a history check.
I bet the moon's involved.
I will
I
cast
mean,
guidance on myself.
You all know that during the season of dark, the only thing you can see in the sky is the moon. It's just clearly visible to everyone, always.
The moon is definitely involved.
Surely it
Who's
can
haunted?
all be worms, though.
I reckon it
That's
is.
not bad. A
That's
respectable 17.
A 17. Because it says you got a 16 plus 3 for me, which would have been a 19.
Six, I got hit 16 and a 3 for my thing. That's weird.
That's a 19.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Fine. Maths. I haven't done maths since I've been back. So. I haven't done maths all year.
Nice.
I have. I've done so much math. With a 19, I will still say this concept is completely foreign.
Fair. But it is definitely not part of the natural world as Echo knows it, and I think that they will.
No.
And
like you've been, I will say you've been aware long enough that you've lived through one previous dark season, and now hearing that the darkness actually come from dead worms, or at least whatever is causing the darkness also exists in the dead worms.
That can't be right. There'd be so many worms covering everything everywhere.
Yes, but just think about this first. We've been breathing it in all these years. I reckon if I chopped one of us up, we'd probably be infested with the two.
First off, please don't do that.
No, I won't. But if we find someone else, we do have someone else. Frederick!
You just hear, no, I heard that entire thing. I'm not doing it.
We're breathing worms!
I mean, I suppose we've been
Keeger,
doing
I
it
feel
for
like you ate dirt
years.
as a child.
Maybe
What do you
it's
mean,
not
last
that
night's
bad.
dinner?
Go ahead, Forrest.
Maybe it's not that bad. We've been doing it for years, I guess, right?
It is part of the status of the world, but it is, and kind of, I think Echo will look between the two of them. It is something we need to investigate further and understand better, but it is not something that has caused us harm to this point.
Unless it has, and we just don't know.
Or it's something that can be activated at any time.
You don't suppose we've got worms? I didn't want worms again, Tinker.
Again? When did you have worms?
Well, a long time ago.
How did they get them out?
I had to eat something gross.
Well, I eat gross things all the time, but I haven't...
Like a medicine or something.
Hey, like
We're
something
not
like a
talking about the same
medicine.
type of worms here, are we?
I don't know.
No. I
They
feel like
could
that.
be. What if they are?
I think Echo will kind of explain that there are the types of parasites that they are aware of.
Yeah, and looking at the sketches in Tinker's sketchbook, these look like in the socket of what looks like a tree person's eye holes are these hundreds of proboscis-like worms that stretch in through the skull into the back of the visual center of the brain.
Okay. Being predominantly made of wood, Echo hates this.
Also, parasite warning for any viewers.
Yeah. I didn't really want to tell you that he was a tree fellow, but he was. I mean, whenever he would look at us, he had this mask on, right? Whenever he would look at us, it'd feel like our skin would crawl. It would feel like there's insects or something.
It was
right?
weird, eh?
So that's why we cut open his head to see what was going on, and naturally we found the worms.
Just logical conclusion of events.
Was the feeling like when we encountered the Blight Witch and her minions?
No.
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 It had a tingly feeling.
The closest description is when someone lightly brushes against the tiny little hairs on your skin with their fingertips. That's what it felt like.
It was strangely sensual.
We can't solve this now, and Forrest needs my help, but I would like to talk further on this.
Bet you the moon's involved. I'm gonna go yell at the moon for a while.
Would it be your first time? Yeah, or you are muted still. I don't know if you've been talking, but you're muted.
Oh no, I was just saying. At one point, Trish is gonna play the Horn of Silent at Tinker for identifying there's worms in the air. She fucking hates this.
While he's staring at the moon, you just hear this loud war horn in his ear.
Yeah, essentially.
Dude, it is war!
At that point, she'll blow it again after hearing that.
No! I've established Tinker's log. I've established communication with the moon. It seems aggressive. It's declaring war.
So to describe yet again, the moon that is usually hanging like with clouds surrounding it, because the moon in this world is almost like suspended in the air around where like the level of clouds. So its lower half always dips down underneath clouds. But now during the dark season, you can see the moon wholly. And you see those, what sometimes at night looks like these veins of light that glow and like sort of move around, like arcs of light moving across the moon. It's almost like fully aglow. It looks like, imagine a Christmas ornament that has been cracked and glued together and all the little seams are just glowing.
With every day I learn something new about this world, you get more suspicious.
I think someone said that that the wormy things were nae from up, though they were from down, like real deep, like.
That would be a question for Gavin.
Aye, but she's locked herself in the cabin and she won't let talk.
She has. And
Yes,
I tried going in.
Whole Eater mentioned as a young Leviathan, there were bedtime stories for Leviathans that said to not travel to the northwest of Theravon because there were things in the dark seas below that eats light.
Okay, but hear me out. What if the moon we see is just the reflection, and the ocean is above us and underneath us?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, but does eye worms sound right either?
No, but for different reasons. Birds would have indicated that there is a sea in the sky by now.
What if birds don't know?
They would know. They know what water
Oh,
is.
you could ask Trish.
Trish!
She's walking up, gas mask on, hold it in a blanket.
I need you
It's
to do me a
very
favor.
cold outside.
What's up?
Can you just fly directly up as far as you can, please? And tell me if there's an ocean up there.
No.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
It's going to be even colder up there.
Well, wear a coat.
I mean, tomorrow I can summon an animal, and a flying animal, and ask them directly.
Ooh. Will they be
There
smart?
must be some seafaring birds. They're seafaring birds. They're scavengers, so yes.
Oh, you know what, Tinker? I can dimension door you all the way up there.
I don't think Dimension Door has the range to take me to the moon, or
Well, it's got 400 feet.
Josie.
I wonder what the actual. Has anyone actually canonically, like maybe you smart people might know, has there been any historical records of people like plotting the actual distance from the surface to the moon?
In this world, I can let you know because you have Trish, who's canonically very well versed. She's had higher education in a lot of subjects. Tinker, he can probably guesstimate a lot of things. There are people who have plotted the distance to the moon, but there are no living records, as far as you know, as far as is commonly known, about anyone having ever gone to the moon and come back. And airships can't go that far because they all function on what is essentially rocks that are lighter than air. And as they get essentially pushed up, the oxygen levels and the gases become too light and it can't travel any further.
So, Tinker, we can go 500 feet in the air.
I don't think that's far enough.
I can fly you so far and then dimension door you.
No, I don't want to go to the moon. I just wanted to know if there was an ocean up there. It's entirely different things.
Well, how high do you think we'll have to go to find this?
I don't know. That's why I was trying to send you.
But I don't want to be the one that do it.
Well, then you already said no. It's okay. I'll come up with a different idea.
Okay.
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 I'm going back to work. Vanya! Vanya! The air is filled with eye worms.
You just hit lovely.
No, seriously, look.
Trish,
Tink would explain everything.
Trish, are you going to be okay?
I don't know. There's worms apparently in the air. I could be dying right now. I don't know.
It's more like dead worm guts.
Does not help the situation more for her.
The last thing you hear from Tinker is, but Trish, you've been breathing it for years. It hasn't affected you yet.
Well, I wish I wouldn't have known about it and wouldn't have been a fear of mine now.
Oh, if only one of us had modify memory.
I feel like Trish would cast it on herself a lot.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, it's just like, nope, just wipe that out of memory.
She's just like, I'm compartmentalizing.
Trauma? What trauma?
Oh, dear.
I forgot all my trauma. I'm doing much better now. But yes, I will say with that, we've reached the end of our session as you all take in this knowledge about what the darkness might actually be before you continue to chart your journey east. And we get on with the second week of downtime, in which maybe more strange things may occur. Only one way to find out, everyone. Tune in next week.
Tune in next time.
But with that, we're ending today's session. Welcome back. Very RP heavy. Thank you, Orb, for giving us a canonical reason for recaps.
It's good.
Very well done.
Yes.
Thanks.
And we will, Orb, do you feel like you need to go run? You gotta go sleep?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm
Okay.
stuffed.
We have been Natural 30s, and we're gonna say goodnight to Wettest Orb, who's been playing Trish's Motherboard. Good night!
Good night, Orb.
Good night, Orby.
And we will now take a few minutes to catch up with the people in chat if you have any questions. Actually, while Orb is gone, there were things I forgot to. You know what? It'll be a secret. Orb will find out next week.
Well, sorry, Orb.
Because maybe should I save it to next week? I'm gonna leave it to the group. There's something new that I haven't shown you yet in Foundry. Should we wait till next week when we have Orb?
I know what
and
it is, but I haven't
Night
seen
back?
it yet.
Yeah, I think we should wait till next week because
That
not
one
only
next week.
no, because I want Cuddly to see it too,
Yeah.
Orb to see it, and it just means chat has to tune in next week. So
You gotta.
Grubs.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you
You
guys
gotta.
don't have a choice now.
Yeah.
You got it. There's big secrets coming.
You gotta
Big
come
cool reveals. You gotta come back. But yes, how we doing? Thank you all for coming by. I saw we got some raids. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Thanks for coming, Raiders.
Lots of resubs.
So
Thank
nice to
you
be
all for
playing
joining
again.
us in this new year. Very cool.
It is a new year.
It is. It is a brand new year, and it's off to a terrible start.
In the best kind of way.
But you know what? Tonight was great. So let's food.
Tonight was
yeah.
a wonderful
Tonight was-
distraction. Oh, lovely. What has Orb texted me? Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to Orb because in the 2024 rule set, the gem dragons don't exist. We had to jury rig his character sheet a little bit, and because of that, he lost all the psionic minds abilities of a gem dragon. So we're gonna see how we fix that.
Oh, Tinker's okay with this.
Tinker's okay with this, but Orb is not okay with this. Like he still has the telepathetic ability, but you know.
Oh no! What that's the one ability I didn't want him to have. It's all
He
right.
still has that one. He's both telepathetic and telekinetic.
Look, I think in one more level, Tinker gets the ability to attune to an additional item, and you bet he's attuning to that.
Yeah.
We're gonna spend a
Give
whole
him the
attunement
help.
slot on not being able to have telepathic minds in his mind. It's over. Done.
You know, it's pretty good considering that like most everyone aboard this ship can speak in people's heads, including Friedrich.
Yeah. The worst part of it.
Guys,
yeah.
there's something you need to think about. When Echo leaves, do you want them to cast Geese on Frederick before they go? So you've got 30 days
That's
of
not
subservience.
that is not a bad
Actually, a
idea.
great idea. But I was fully ready for you to say on Tinker. So I was either way.
It has crossed Echo's mind a couple of times.
You must speak the truth and nothing but the truth for 30 days.
Damn.
That would kill
Damn.
him.
Oh, Echo's not leaving. You all voted. Well, we'll just have to see about that.
Oh wow,
Laura.
chat voted. Chris,
Chat
I guess you
voted.
are actually trying to.
Cast Yeet, yeah.
Just
I
launch.
mean, got Catapult. That's kind of yeet.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the range on catapult? Maybe that'll reach the moon.
Upcast Catapult to level 9.
Yeah.
The range is only 60 feet. No, 90 feet. 90 feet.
90 feet.
But you can cast it from 60 feet from you. So technically,
Oh, yeah.
if the object
Yeah,
is
yeah.
60 feet from you, you can cast it another 90 feet away. So that's 150
Okay,
feet.
150.
Not
How many
bad.
times can you cast it?
Can you cast it? No,
I feel
well,
like
you
this
gotta,
is-
it's an object 1 to 5 pounds. So you
So you've
can't
got to
cast it
shrink
on
yourself
Tinker.
first.
Oh. Now we're cooking.
Yeah, we're cooking. There was
And then
actually.
chain catapult yourself into the sky.
I want to mention that there is a super funny, silly thing you can do in Pathfinder 2. I'm sorry for bringing it up. But you could, if you played as a gnome and you went with gnome magic as your starting feat, you could pick up Mage Hand, and when you hit level 5, you would also, from being a gnome, get the ability Enlarge Reduce, or Shrink, as it's called. And you could, because Mage Hand also scales by your class level, you could essentially, as a 5th level gnome, make yourself a tiny creature and carry yourself around with a Mage Hand. And you can do it basically indefinitely. You can just be a small little gnome who's just riding a hand.
Love that. That's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, gosh.
I do love wacky character concepts.
I think Tinker has access to Enlarge.
You should have it. Enlarge Reduce is the same spell.
Yeah. I swear.
You should have. I think it's definitely an artificer
You
spell.
should.
Yeah, Enlarge Reduce. 2nd level. There you go.
Hey, there you go.
I'm just.
But the thing is, it's one size category, so Tinker would just go from his smaller size to like regular.
I am seeing though that like, I'm sorry. I'm just looking through some things for funsies, and I'm realizing that paladins have no illusion spells.
No.
So you have none of the beneficial aspects of this season.
Nope.
I don't think
Yikes.
but not many. Like,
No, it's Trish has so many. The bards,
It's an arcane
so
Yeah.
many.
Yeah, bards and sorcerers, all of the arcane casters are locked in.
Mm.
yes. this is a good season for them.
Yeah, well, the last season was horrible for them because they had to constantly spend their spell slots in order to not become sick. So, you know, that's a drawback.
It's a pretty big drawback when you think about it.
Yeah. But hey, you also all get all of your hit dice back on long rests now.
It's
Pretty good.
That's
very good.
That is nice.
Except for the season of Reckwall, you'll get half during that season. But that's still pretty good. It used to be you got a third.
We've played this entire game with half.
Yeah. But yes, unless there's any questions in chat, all we can say is thank you all for being here, and we will see you all next time on the Quintessence, a Sammantis Chronicle. I've been Josie Poser, the Dungeon Mistress. I've been joined by friends. We have Roju from Participation Award. We have Ozzy Devfro playing Tinker Slobbersnout, and we've had our wonderful guest Chris Mepham still with us. New year, new Chris.
Who dis?
And we have no Cuddly, so I don't know who's doing the raid.
Yeah.
I don't have
Hello?
I can't.
No, I can do it. Hold on. I got it. I got us. Everyone ready? Are you all ready?
So ready.
Yeah.
So ready. We're gonna go to, I think, This Big Small World, who's currently playing D&D. So everyone join us for this raid, and we will see you over there. Have a good one.
With that raid message. There we go.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.